Do you recognize this guy? Yeah, this is the tower previously seen on this channel in the review that I did, but this now has my Shimano Di2 9200 12-speed wireless beautiful group set on it. So we went from a SRAM Force Axis group set. Yeah, it's an upgrade. This is the top of the line schmick bang. Did I just say schmick bang? I have a hypothesis, is that the right word? Which is, in days gone by, people would suggest always prioritize the frame. Frame purchase trumps group set purchase. My theory at the moment is I reckon that's shifted. Aha, see what I did there? I reckon group set is now priority. That's the hypothesis. Now, as for today's ride, this is a classic, guys. This is a classic. A few people have asked me, like, if they come down to Kangaroo Valley, Berry, where should they ride? Do this. Do what I'm gonna do today. Like, it's funny when you think about it, like, what does upgrading the group set actually, what's it doing? Okay, is it giving me faster shifting? Yeah, I suppose that is. So making my bike lighter? Yeah, it's doing that. Is it giving me a better feel of the bike? Well, potentially it is. Levers are nicer, there's more of an ergonomic feel to it. Is it giving you a more reliable bike? Well, that's not something we're going to find out today, but you certainly don't want to go the other way there. So a bit of context for those of you new to the channel. My parents live down here, so down here is, we're about 6 k's out of Berry, and Berry is about 2.5 hours south of Sydney. For those of you who are watching World Championships, that was in Wollongong. Wollongong is about an hour south. This is another hour south. Similar, as you can probably tell, similar sort of terrain, like you've got this escarpment running off the coast. Like the coast is literally just 15 k's behind me. And then you have this escarpment here, which runs the whole way down the coast. And over the other side of it, in this part of the world, is something called Kangaroo Valley, which is where we will go. So the shifting under load up that hill, right, made this so much more sprightly than what I was feeling with the Force group set. Like Jesse and I talked a little bit about this on the show, just how reviews now are totally less about the frame and just more about the whole complete package. Like even the tires. I'll have to go in the comments of the tower review and be like, oh, actually, it's a bit lighter up the hills, which actually changes its overall impression. Oh, I'm that guy. I'm certainly not going to make this like a SRAM versus Shimano thing, because it's not like comparing like with like, even with the levels of group set, but the front derailleur shifting, it's just, it's just chalk and cheese. Like, but look, like I'm not going to go into like, oh, this is amazing. It's more about like how it changes the effect of the bike, which is yeah. So this is one of the sections they're having to redo. Look at that, it's just totally fallen away. Oh, mouse. I don't know. In non-group set related chat, actually getting the meal right before these rides hard, because when you come down here, you roll out the door, and within 6 k's, I was on a 13% 3k climb. And it's like, yeah, I still want to do a good solid day out here, like 2.5, 3 hours, but I find like how you get that food right before essentially like just blasting yourself pretty much straight out the door really hard. So this morning I was old school. Shout to Alex Abel, running a bit of steel cut oats. Oh yeah, soaked overnight. Hard to beat that setup. What do you guys reckon? The pre-ride, when you know it's just essentially on from the door. Hey buddy, you don't look the best. Not a good spot. For our overseas viewers, that's a wombat. What's a wombat? Google it. Yeah, he didn't look well. He didn't look well. Right, so we're homeward bound. A couple of you probably have seen that I've been riding a Factor VAM recently, which, yeah, it's been a nice bike. Cool to ride. It's interesting coming back on this. I'm not going to do the whole comparison thing. There's no point. What I will say, the bars on this are lovely. Like, they are better than those black ink bars. I know that Factor are upgrading those from what I hear, but yeah, these Mana bars are lovely. In summary, turns out a nicer group set makes your bike nicer. Like, I don't know, like, of course the hypothesis is, why am I struggling so much with that word? Yeah, look, it's certainly changed the dynamic of this bike. No two ways about it. I'm stoked with my purchase of the Shimano Di2 group set. I'm not looking back. But let us know your thoughts, guys. I'd be super interested to hear what you think about where we stand at the moment with what's the priority. Is it frame? Is it group set? Is it wheels? Is it tires? I don't know. Let us know down below, and let us know if you want to see some more vlogs. So I love doing this, so yeah. All right, peace guys.